Brian Bealer's rounding them up. It's going to be October 1st, for sale, 1970 through 74 Dodge Challenger. This search request comes from a subscriber, and like this subscriber, if there's a classic car out there you're looking for, it's free and easy to do. Just subscribe to the channel below, drop in the comments below, the make and the model, and I'll round them up for you. This is going to be my pick of the day that we're looking at right here. I gotta say, man, that last video I did last night had a huge error I put in there. Because, see, not only did I find all these cars, I then put them in price order. I'll take my pick of the day out of it, and then I'll put in here the round them up, the date, the for sale. I had a typo in yesterday's, and when I come back to actually record up the video from spending 2 hours, it takes about 2 to 2.5 hours to put together a half an hour episode here. And it can be frustrating at times. I mean, I've got requests that are like every year make and model of every different kind of thing that you might want to see. Because, see, this channel is for the subscribers. You guys out there, the cars that we're looking up for sale. And I did make a huge error, and I read it out as if that's what the search was after the typo error, and didn't even realize it when I done it, because I'm always trying to explain what we're doing here. We're finding cars that are currently for sale for a subscriber that requests in the comments the make and model he'd like to see. So all you guys that watch all the time, I usually ask for a thumbs up. That's the way you pay it back. There's no finder's fees. I don't charge a price for finding cars. I don't get no commissions when these guys asking for 50, 60,000 sell their car because some car collectors watching my channel that don't leave comments. But if you guys are one of the ones that watch all the time and appreciate what we're doing here, I'm going to ask beyond a thumbs up, leave a comment in the video below right here. So leave a comment that, hey man, we appreciate what you're doing. Keep the videos coming. Because otherwise, I might just give up on this shit and follow the dude's advice that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So now that we've started it off like that, welcome to rounding them up. And let's get started with a cool search. So I had a kind of shitty attitude on the last video, the Chargers that we just done. But you know, some people get to me. I put a lot of work and effort into doing these round them ups for you guys to watch. I could look this shit up on my own and not show you guys none of it. But I'm showing what's out there. I'm going to try to keep high spirits. Our next search isn't going to come till Tuesday. And that's only if we get a bunch of comments below about something. Say anything. That you hate the channel, you love the channel. Let's hear it. Sound off. We're asking for a sound off below. And let's get started on this subscriber's request, which was 70 to 74 Dodge Challengers. So first one, again, they're in price order. I put them in order from lowest to highest. I've tried to delete all the duplicate ads because some of these guys that want $50,000, $60,000 post it all over the U.S. It's in every state that you go to. And those cars I don't show. I don't show people that say free. I don't show 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want deceiving people. We don't want deceiving ads on cars. I mean, you either know what you want for it or you don't. So now that we've got all of that out of the way, the first one's going to start us off $2,000. 15 weeks ago, Montana. 74 Dodge Challenger. That's how you'd find it. You'd go to this area, punch in the description, and it'll pop up. As of October 1st, it's for sale. It says price to sell. Done a lot of work to this car, it says, and it has a lot of parts that come with it. This is probably a great deal. So, that's me. I've built cars my whole life. These Challengers, I've had a dozen of them. So they're not hard to put together. If you're going to build one for the first time, try to find one that's got good torsion bar areas so it can at least roll around in your driveway until you get it built. Because we didn't go real high on this search and the prices either. We stayed within a budget of someone that's never had one that would like to buy one. Well, you know, you might take a couple years, but you don't have to have $60,000 right now. You know, you can invest into it and you're going to appreciate it more if you build it yourself. I always say that. So 1973 Dodge Challenger parts. That's what it's listed as, $2,000. This gentleman in PA, these were posted 9 weeks ago. He's got like 3 or 4 of them. So you could probably go to his place and buy like 3 or 4 of these things. 73 to 74s. 4 parts. No titles probably. But just for the parts. I mean, that one's missing the roof skin. There ain't much of that shit left on it. But for $2,000, it does look like a pile of parts. We're going to see like 3 more from this same gentleman here in a minute. So on to another one. It's going to be in New York. This is actually probably a pretty good deal. I believe it had no title on this either. So 1972 Dodge Challenger, $2,000. I mean, go snag it for just the glass and the doors and the fenders and the hood. That's me. If you want one cheap, you're going to have to go buy a couple of them and build one. Not a bad looking car. He does have a printout on it if you want to read it up. It's right there. It says it's got rusty floors and trunk. Rear frame rail. On to another one. This is a 74 Dodge Challenger Coupe here. Two-door. That's how he's got it listed. It's $24.99. Listed 2 weeks ago in New Jersey. Says barn find. No keys, no title. But again, if you got a nice shell and title already, boom, just go buy it for the Rally Dash. The most valuable part's already been picked, and that would have been the radio. They only had AM/FM knobs on one side, and only made AM/FM 1 year, and it's in a 74. So I've flipped a bunch of those. I've had a bunch of these cars back before the Mopar craze hit, and they just went stupid prices for rusty up junk. So here's a 71 Dodge Challenger, 2500 Texas. Listed 4 weeks ago. Says he's got some parts to go with it. Another one of those big dreams about repairing something and fixing it up, and there it sits. It's a roller shell project. $2,500 best offer, and it comes with a bill of sale. On to another one. It's a 70 Dodge Challenger. You gotta like the prices though, right? So even though we're looking at junk, we're still under $3,000. $2,500 week ago, Kentucky. It's gonna be a 70 Dodge Challenger. Has a clear title, so I mean you gotta love that. It's a real subline green car. Nice set of rally wheels, $2,500, located in Kentucky. There you go. Go buy that. Buy a couple parts cars. Looks like there's a lot of rusty junk parts coming with it. So I'm digging it. For the price, even got somewhat of a build sheet left there. And it's a 70. So again, if I was going to own one, I'd want a 70 or 71. I couldn't do any more of the 72 to 74s. This is going to be a 1973 Dodge Challenger. It's another one at the guy's PA location. $4,000 for this one. And he says it's got routed torsion bars. It's got a tranny hanging in there. You want to read it out? There it is. Again, I don't believe he has any titles with any of those cars. But hit him up. He's definitely got some parts cars. On to another one. It's going to be another one of his cars. $4,500. 72 Dodge Challenger. Like I said, man, you go out there with like 12, you probably buy them all. This one is a 70. Or it had a 70 front clip on it. It's a 72. It's got a 70 front grille in it. That's what a lot of guys did back in the day. Nobody wanted the 72 to 74s. That's back in the day. Don't get me wrong. 72 to 74s are bringing great money now. There's another one from that guy. $5,000. So I think he's got 4 of them. Check him out. Hit him up. PA area. Punch in 73 Dodge Challenger. His cars will come up. You'll see them. Got like 4 of them lined up right there. On to another one. It's going to be a 1970 Dodge Challenger, and this one's going to be in Mississippi. $6,500 for this one. And it don't look bad, other than it's stuffed in the garage, and you're just piles upon piles of parts. So it could be a great deal. It's got a title. And again, these titles, it's not hard to switch them out. Top of the firewall, dash pad, take the whole dash. Then you got a vent tag back here in the trunk and a core support. And those 4 numbers, you can title your car. So it's not hard to switch them up. Looks like you might be getting a parts car sitting outside. Here it is, guys. A 70 and a 71. 318 Challengers for sale. So you're getting 2 of them. $6,500. Hit him up. 5 weeks those have been on here. On to another one. Be a 1972 Dodge Challenger here for $7,500. Listed 17 weeks ago, Missouri. 318, 904. Still in the car. Console shifter. It's this one we're looking at. Yep. See it. $7,500 for that one. Didn't have a hole in the trunk. And it's got a nice looking sunroof in it. Yep. Definitely ruined the roof skin. But you can buy all the skins for this car. There's another one on here today that is a really beautiful car, and then it's got some ignorant shit like that stuck in the roof of it. On to another one. It's going to be a 70 Dodge Challenger convertible here for $9,950. It's going to be in Wisconsin. Stuffed in a garage. Got some purple fenders, and for some reason he shows you an air compressor, but I dig the 70 grill. Clean title, 70 Challenger convertible project. Body's extremely rough. Have a Florida car, front, rear, subframe sections, doors, fenders, 318. Looking to build a car, right there you go. You can build yourself a convertible for under 10 grand. By the time you ship it home, probably have about 12 or 13 in it. On to another one. Cost of shipping a car right now can't be cheap, especially the cost of fuel. 1973 Dodge Challenger here. Rally Redline Coupe, 2-door, $9,999. That's what he's asking. He's been here for 25 weeks. Delaware. It don't look bad. I mean, a car that don't look bad, and he still can't get that kind of money out of it. I don't see any glass. But I chopped out the radio section, put a junk-ass radio in it. It's had trunk extensions put in it already, fenders replaced. It did have pedals and bell housing, 340 air cleaner. I don't know if you got a title or not. Don't ask if it's available. He's one of those kind of guys, tell you he'll ignore you if you ask him if it's available. On to another one. You want to read it out? There's where it was. 1973 Dodge Challenger, 10 grand. This is 2 weeks ago in Michigan. Looks like it's cut in with some red in the engine compartment anyway, and some of the pieces on there look pretty good. A nice rally hood, nice rally wheels. Don't look like a bad car. Very solid body, no interior, so that sucks. Interior is going to cost you some money. Yeah, don't have anything else about it. Don't know anything else about the car. So he knows very little bit about it. He wants 10 grand. It's in Michigan. 2 weeks it's been on here. That thing looks pretty good for 10 grand. On to another one. Title is what you want to ask for. 1972 Dodge Challenger here, coupe. 2-door, Georgia. 10 grand. We know it's not going to have a title. Cut in the engine compartment with some of that sublime green. Looks like they got a bunch of parts to go with it. Even some dry rotted tires. Description says 72 Challenger. Real solid body. Needs work to finish. And paint. Car was originally green. Comes with the 440 engine automatic. Yeah, call them for more info. It's on Marketplace, Georgia. Check it out. Again, you're only going to get a bill of sale there. I don't know how this could be worth 10 grand, but that's what he's asking for it. 1972 Dodge Challenger Coupe, 2-door, 10 grand, one picture, sitting in the weeds. Does look like it's complete, but ready to rebuild, it says. It looks like it's all ready to rebuild, no doubt. 1970 Dodge Challenger Coupe, 2-door here, 10 grand, listed 2 weeks ago, Michigan. This is probably a pretty good deal, man. If I was going to build one, I'd want a 70. I don't know why they cut the firewall out unless they got one out of a car with a different title. Who knows? It's chopped pretty far apart, and her fenders were even drilled off of it. So it's like a bunch of parts. 10 grand, saying it's a 70. Project car again, sublime. Paint back every one that was supposed to be sublime green. Man, that's the only color we'd see. 1972 Dodge Challenger right here. 11,000, 9 weeks ago, Colorado. I don't know. Engine looks good for a small block. Dash is out of it. Clean title, it says 72 Dodge Challenger. Started to restore, don't have the time. It's a built 360. It's got a nice printout on it. Does say clean title. 11,000. Don't look like a bad project for 11 right there. On to another one. Those torsion bar areas are still in it. This is going to be in Long Island on Craigslist. It's Cars, Truck, Dodge Challenger. That's how he's got it printed out. That's how he'd want to type it in. It's been here for 9 days. Some really terrible pictures. So what exactly are you getting? I don't know. That green one. I don't know what that deal is. That blue one. It says 10,000 on that. So Long Island, punch in, Cars, Truck, Dodge Challenger. It'll come up 11/4, 9 days ago. And they just updated the ad 1 day ago. On to another one. Be a 70 Dodge Challenger Coupe, 2-door, 12.5 for this one. Listed a week ago, Missouri. I don't know, it might be the first decent car we've seen. It's actually sitting in a garage, had a big block in it. Got some Magnum 500s on it. Got the right seats, console, shift. I'm digging it. 12.5. I gotta say it's a good price. because these cars go as high as 6 figures. No, we didn't go that high on the search tonight. I think we didn't even go to 25,000. This is a 70 Dodge Challenger. Been sitting in the garage for a number of years. Was pulled out. Got it running, driving, stopping. Needs work. Not a driver. Needs quarters. Trunk floor. Driver floor needs work. Originally a 318. Purple car. Now swapped to a 440. Someone painted it resale red. Alright, on to another one. That don't sound like a bad deal. If a 70 is what you're looking for, on to another one. 1974 Dodge Challenger here. We're up to 13.5, listed 21 weeks ago. So in 21 weeks they couldn't sell this. Even with the cool keystones. Yep, the radio's chopped out. Don't have a rally dash in it. Did have the consoles and buckets. Looks like it's somewhat all together. Back windows were pulled. Trim was missing out of the door jambs too. Weather stripping and trim's gone. Quarters are shot. Lower quarters aren't going to cost much money. I don't know, 13.5. Clean title. Does say it drives and runs. Needs restoration. Factory original car. Matching numbers. An original motor. On to another one. It's going to be a 70 Dodge Challenger RT Coupe here. It's what they're saying. 2-door. 13.9. Listed 3 weeks ago in Florida. Yep. Florida car. Not sure what part of Florida he's in, but you just have to hit him up. Someone cut the tubs out, man. Really destroyed it right there. So unless you're looking to build a drag car with it. It says rare RT with lots of new pigs. Oh man, I don't know if it's a rare RT to me. So it's going to need a ton of restoration. 13.9. On to another one. It's a 72 Dodge Challenger. 15,000 listed 6 days. 6 days ago. It's going to be Delaware. I don't like the spoiler. Or the primer, shiny primer. I don't know. Just not a very good color. I'm guessing most of these, that's the repainted car. I guess it's not bad. If you can't do paint where you're at, and you can just assemble a car, there you go. I'm not sure why they went with that color. It looked like it had a blue back seat. Underside looked great. So again, if you're in an area where you just can't do paint, you can assemble a car where you live. That might be a cool project. 15,000 for it. On to another one. Be a 70 Dodge Challenger here for 17.5. I'd rather have this one. Listed 2 weeks ago, California. This car just looks good, man. It's got a nice stance. It looks solid. Looks like they might have patched up a spot right there in the lower quarter. The roof needs done. Looks like it was a vinyl top car. Yeah, that don't look bad at all. 70 Dodge Challenger RT Project Roller. There you go. No motor, no trans. That explains some of the price. Was originally a 3 HP car. Roof is rusted. California title. 17.5. I'm liking it. Be the cleanest 70 we've seen so far, and the price is under 20,000. On to another one. Gonna be Detroit metro area. Craigslist 1970 Challenger convertible project. So if you want a convertible, 17.5. Looks like it might have been black on black. Then it shows a red door jambs and a blue trunk lid. So who knows what colors it was. It's a project 1970 Dodge Challenger. It's only a 318 car. The car is very complete. We'll need full restoration. Would prefer a Hemi clone or a Resto mod. On to another one, man. They want 17.5 for that. This is going to be in Seattle. Back on Craigslist, 1970 Challenger RTSE. 19,000. Listed just over a week ago. I like the Hugger orange I'm seeing up on the firewall. Hood looks like it might have been red. And it's got burgundy floors, so like 4 engines to choose from, like 5 dash pads and 4 blocks, engine blocks, stack of doors, some fenders, door skins, dash pad. Check him out. Looks like there's a lot of parts there. Seattle area, 19,000. Clean title, says manual transmission, 440 4-speed car. On to another one. That's a good price on that. You're gonna have to restore it and go get it. This is going to be in Asheville, again on Craigslist. It's 1973 Dodge Challenger. 19,000 4 days ago. It's going to be in North Carolina. This car looks great, right? Yep, but it's not a driver. It says it's an unfinished project car. It's all there. Lot's been done. It's a 340 automatic. Clean North Carolina title in his name. I need help selling a car, so I guess I could just stop talking about it, man. He don't need help selling it. Something about it needed transmission, a bunch of wiring and this and that. So it's not drivable. On to another one. Wasn't a bad looking car though for the price. San Francisco Bay Area here, 70 Dodge Challenger for $19,500. Listed 26 days ago. They have not updated the ad. I hate the wheels. Don't have a grill in it. The taillights aren't in it. Back bumper's not in it. Does have a build sheet and a bunch of shit laying in the driveway. So it looks clean, but I don't know, man. $19,500. You have to put more of it back together than that for me. On to another one. It's me, San Francisco Bay Area again. 72 Dodge Challenger Rally 340. He wants $19,500 for this one. Looks like it's all still together. That's kind of the way I prefer it. It's all still together. It said 340 car, but it had a big block in it. So I'm guessing you're not getting the original 340 with it. Numbers matching. He's got 383 in it now, and he's wanting $19,500. Maybe if 340 was still in there as rough as it looks, I'd say hell yeah, good deal. But on to another one. It's gonna be a 70 Dodge Challenger Coupe, 2-door, $20,000 for this. This is 22 weeks ago, California. See, you got some kind of turbo, twin turbos on it. Full out drag car. So if you're wanting a 70 drag car, $20,000. There's one that's almost together. It's farther together than some of the other cars we've been looking at. Yep, it's got a lot of pictures on there. It's like a pretty cool car for 20 grand. On to another one. We have a 73 Dodge Challenger Coupe here, $20,000. Listed 2 weeks ago, Colorado. I love how it says 73, but it looks like a 71, right? It's because they switched out the grill. They actually put like a TA Challenger hood on it. This car's been completely restored, 340 in it. Completely restored down to them showing you pictures of it on a rotisserie and being painted. I liked it better when it was black. That's me. Well underway with full restoration. Challenger has a 71 grill, AMD front fenders, AMD quarter panels. So they've done a lot of work to it. He's got a nice long printout about it. He's wanting $20,000 of best offer. On to another one. It's going to be in Minneapolis. It's 1970 Dodge Challenger for $22,000. Listed 22 days ago. They've not updated the ad. This is the one I mentioned earlier. It looked like a really nice car. It could have been the pick of the day. But then you see that shot of that right there. And I can't believe somebody put that in this car. But to everyone's own, that'd be the first thing I'd fix. Whether I just weld a piece of a hood from a different car into the hole, there's no way I could leave a sunroof in this car. $22,000. Does show a hole in the floor pan right before the torsion box or torque box area. Torsion bar area, excuse me. Lord, no, I make another mistake. I'll be hounded by every purist in the world. On to the last one. So this is as high as we went. Chicago. It's going to be on Craigslist. Says rare. 1970. 318 4-speed. Rare again. $22,900 they're asking for it. Yep. Look how chopped apart it was there for a minute. And that's with all these cars. Once you buy it and it's got paint over it, you don't know what was what. So you're better off building it yourself. That's my opinion. This is somewhat back together, and they did do some nice work. $22,900. You're buying a project. I think we've actually showed that car on a past episode of these Challengers request search. On to another one. It's going to be my pick of the day. So if I was out to look to buy for a Challenger at this moment, this is the one I would go check out. And all you guys that watch just to buy the pick of the day, you're welcome. 1971 Dodge Challenger SE Coupe 2-door. That's how it's printed out in the title. That's how you would search it. Facebook Marketplace. And it's going to be Virginia. $7 grand for this car. Yep. I think this picture speaks for itself. that car is worth every bit of $7 grand. It's not a 72, 73, 74. No, it's not a 70, but it's the next best thing. 71 Challenger, no engine. Needs restore. Yes, needs floor pans and trunk pan. Grills and taillights are nice. Have a title, clear in his name. Was a 318 with AC. That's all you get for a description. And by far, I think the best buy of the search right here. So again, if you follow the channel, I appreciate y'all to where I don't have to explain that we're looking up cars for subscribers' requests. But I do, beyond the thumbs up on this video, need y'all to get in the comment section and rattle off about either you appreciate what we're doing or you don't appreciate what we're doing. Should we just stop doing the round them ups and showing everybody? You let me know. I need to know in the description down there, in the comments. Leave some comments. Our next search will be Tuesday night, as long as we see, like, I don't know, I want to see a phenomenal amount of comments. The most we've ever seen on one of my videos. Comment on this one right here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.